Hi class, today we're going to be learning about box plots. I know it's Friday before spring break, so it won't take too long, but let's get started. So we're going to write sentences comparing data from two box plots. So first of all, our vocabulary. Quartile divides a set of data into 4 equal parts. So if you look down here at the box plot, we have, let me get my pen. There's my pen. Perfect. Okay. So there's things called quartile. So this first quartile is the first fourth of data. So that means that it's 25% of the data. And then this middle portion, the box, is 50% of the data, and this last bit is 25% of the data. So now they're called box plots. They used to be called box and whisker plots. So we really need to focus on the fact that we'll see box plots on our test, but it's fun to talk about the whiskers. So half of the data is in the middle, or 50%, and each side has 25%. So this middle line here is our median, which you see at the bottom. And then this piece is halfway between the median and the first number. So essentially you're taking the median of the first half of the data, and that's our first quartile. And then you're taking the median of the second half of the data, and that's our third quartile. So hopefully you'll understand better with some examples. But first, here's our directions on how to create a box plot. So first, you're going to order the data from least to greatest. And of course, that means, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numerical data, or numerical order, sorry. And then first, second, I'm crazy, guys. It's Friday. I'm ready to be done, huh? All right, second, we're going to find the smallest value and the largest value. So those are going to be your furthest points. That's going to be your first dot, and that's going to be your last dot. Then you're going to find the first and third quartile. So you're going to need to find your median, your middle dot, and then you are going to need to find your first and third quartile. So those are going to be the medians of the first half and second half. So you're going to split each half in half. Then you're going to plot each number on the number line, and then you're going to draw the box and the whiskers. Meow. So you guys say meow. Okay, so let's give it a try. We are going to create a box and whisker. So step 1, let me get my line drawn. And then my data goes from 20 up to 25. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and yours goes up to 28 on your paper. Okay, so now, first step, oh darn it, hang on, I messed up. Okay, let's try again, sorry. So I fixed my line to match y'all's. So first step, I'm going to put the numbers. It says order the data least to greatest. So let me put them in order. So I have 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 21, 25. Okay, so now my data is ordered from least to greatest. So my first step, it says, is to find the least value and the greatest value. So 13 and 25. Those are going to be my outside dots. So the least is 13, the greatest is 25. Next, I'm going to find my median. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of data. So that means 4 need to be on each side, and it's going to be between the 4th and 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the median's between there. So let me do my median. And then I need to split each half in half. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to go between the 2nd and 3rd. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 between the 2nd and 3rd. So this half, it's between 15 and 17. So you can add them and average them, or know that I'm going to take number 16 because it's halfway between 15 and 17. And then on this side, it's 21 and 21. So it's going to be 21. And then we're on to step 5. Draw the box and whiskers. So here's the box. My writing's really bad. Sorry, guys. Try to fix it a little bit. All right, well. Okay, so there you go, all drawn. Make sure it's drawn right on your paper. Oh, look at that. All right, so now let's do another one. There we go. All right, so we have it on here. What's our first step? David's probably going to talk out loud and tell me that it's to order the data from least to great. So here we go, least to greatest. 24. Oops, I missed 23. 24, 26, 31, 33. Oh, crud. Sorry, there was another 31. 31, 33, 35. Oh man, and there was a 29 down here. Wow, guys, I'm bad today. All right, so our least data point is 29, 23. I'm crazy. 23. Greatest is 35. Okay, sorry, Daniel was knocking on the door. So 23 is the least, 35 is the greatest. So now I'm going to find the middle numbers. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow, I'm so sorry. Let me just rewrite these. 23, 24, 26, 29, 31, 31, 33, 35. Okay, now I can do it. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. So between the 4th and the 5th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then half of these, so between the 2nd and 3rd, here, and 1, 2, 3, here. So I'm looking for 30 to be my median. Then my first quartile is half of the first half of data, so that's between 24 and 26. So that's going to be 25. And then between 31 and 33, so that's 32. Okay, so let me draw my box and my whiskers. Alrighty, there we go, all set. Let's keep going. Alright. So the box plots show the distribution of data spent, of days. Let me try again. The box plot shows the distribution of days spent at a national park by 2 different groups of visitors. So we're first going to compare the box plots. So what we want to look at is the range, the median, and then the quartiles. So I'm going to write the range and the median first. So the range for the first goes from half a day to 5 days, and the second, group B, stayed there at least a full day, and they went up to 4.5 days. The median, or middle, is 3 for the first dot plot and 3.5 for the second. So there was a greater range in A, but the middle point was lower in A. And there was less of a range in group B, but their middle was higher. So that means most people spent more time there in group B. So the position and lengths of the boxes appear to be similar, right? But in both box plots, the rightmost whisker is shorter than the leftmost. So that means that more people were there for longer periods of time. Okay, so let's keep going. So now we're going to compare the center. So the center is the same as the median. So as we said before, the center for group A is at 3, and the center for group B is at 3.5. So group B has a higher median of 3.5, while group A has a median of 3. This means that the median visitor in group B spends half a day longer at the park. All right, so let's look at it again. So now we need to compare the spread. So like we said before, group A goes from half a day at least to 5 days, and group B stays there from 1 day to 4.5 days. So there's more variation within group A than B. So let's take a look. It says the box shows the interquartile range, and each box is similar. Group A is 2.25 days, and group B is 2 days. The whiskers are similar lengths, with group A having slightly more extreme values than group B. Alright, so now we finished analyzing that one, so let's go on to our next example. And I want you to start this one independently. So the number of the box plots show the distribution of the number of DVDs sold weekly by 2 different stores. So first we're going to compare the shapes like we did together. So think about it, and then you're going to have to put in your response. Alright, so the store B box is longer than store A, and store A's right whisker is much longer. Okay, so now we're going to compare the center. So remember, we're looking at the median, so you're going to have to enter or choose the median for each of the 2 box plots. All right, I'm sure y'all got this right. So store A box has a median of about 200, and store B's median is about 350. Store A's median is close to store B's first quartile, so 50% of store A's weekly sales were less than 75% of store B's weekly sales. So this is the type of analysis that you're going to have to be looking for on the test. All right, last piece of this example is the spread. So again, we're looking at the first dot furthest to the left and the dot furthest to the right. So enter your spreads now. Alright, so store A's interquartile range is 150 DVDs. Store B's interquartile range is 175. Store B has a slightly greater interquartile range, and store A has much longer upper whiskers. The position of stores B box is higher than on the number line, meaning that they consistently have greater DVD sales. Alright guys, so now you need to move on to the second video to complete that assignment.
and then you'll get to be released for spring break. I hope you guys have a wonderful time.